Good morning, I'm Frank Powers, and this is Lifestyle Tucson, the program where I speak to our neighbors, the people behind the scenes of our amazing organizations, small businesses, and nonprofits. Our friends are informing you how they serve our community, and they are here to give you updates on future projects. Let's make some new friends today.
Yeah.
Eagle's Wings of Grace is a faith-based organization dedicated to helping women in Tucson achieve economic independence. They provide women with professional attire, such as interview outfits and work clothing, to help them secure and maintain employment. The organization's mission is to restore dignity, purpose, and hope, guiding women from hardship to empowerment. And their vision is for every woman to experience the freedom that comes with economic stability. Through community support and resources, Eagle's Wings of Grace aims to help women break the cycle of poverty and lead productive lives. And today, I'm fortunate enough to speak with April Ritchie, member of the board and longtime volunteer of Eagle's Wings of Grace. April, welcome to Lifestyle Tucson.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you for having me.
So right off the bat, I've loved learning about your organization as a part of what we're doing here, the big special, where we're talking about how you're a part of the Arizona Christian Tax Credit Alliance that's bringing together 7 great tax credit eligible nonprofits that love God and love to serve others. So I'm talking to all of you today, and it's been really fun to learn all about you, but also how different each organization is. And I've never had an organization like yours on Lifestyle Tucson. So I'm really excited to learn all about Eagle's Wings of Grace. And by the way, I said, I love the name of your organization. She goes, I know, because it is the best. It's such a nice, it just feels hopeful and inspiring. Where did the title of your organization even come from?
That's a really good question. Our founder, Cynthia Palmer, years ago was a single mom in Chicago and visited a place like ours, which gave clothes for women. And she moved out to Tucson. And when she got here, she decided that she'd like to help. So out of her garage, she started providing clothes for women. And these are women that have maybe been in prison or had rehab or other things. So she ended up getting a degree went to seminary school. And this is a Bible verse. And it's Isaiah 40:31. And it's about you are bound up with the wings of eagles. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, but I like the second part, which says you will run and not get weary, and you will walk and you won't faint. And that is what we do for our women.
That's an incredible way to get a title for there. And you were saying that there might even be there's maybe 50-something verses in the Bible that talk about eagle's wings. That is excellent.
Yes.
And really such a great name for this organization. Tell me now more about the organization, because I got sidetracked, obviously, right there, just on the title, which was a great history lesson. But now, give me a little bit of the 101 about what your organization is truly all about.
Okay. We serve women in the community, and we take referrals from over 83 agencies in Tucson.
Oh.
So there are a lot of agencies that can file out a referral and send them to us. So they do have to be involved in some kind of a program. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure they're really heading to getting back on their feet. So they come in with a referral. They come into we call it our boutique, and the clothes that we have are beautiful. The women of Tucson have been so generous to us, and we get beautiful clothes that many of these women never, ever would have had the opportunity to have. They also get a very large group. They can have 5 tops. They can have 3 pair of slacks. They can pick out a dress. And they get undergarments, brand new undergarments, jewelry, bags. So they're really treated kind of like queens for a day.
Yeah.
And for many of them, this is so meaningful. And we get lots of reviews from the women. They'll write back and say, I can't believe what it did for me for my job interview, or what it did for my self-confidence. Mm-hmm. And then our volunteers, we have about 20 regular volunteers that spend an hour with a client. And that client gets that special one-to-one attention, helping them to pick out, well, this color is really good for you, or what do you need for your job? Maybe we should try for some, a dress. So they get a really one-on-one.
That's important.
Yeah. Yes.
Again, it's also the concierge service, the 2025 demands.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
I can't express enough the fact that a lot of your organizations that you're a part of under this umbrella, really just talking to all your great groups, how much it really just is about helping people feel great, about giving them hope being the key word. And again, being dressed for success is exactly that term. It does give you confidence. And that's what one needs on a job interview. You can't go in there all shaky, you're nervous and feeling bad about yourself or wondering if your clothes are wrinkled. Like it can really tear you down. And that's very important that you're helping these people feel good on the, look good on the outside so that they can feel good on the inside. That is what is going to get them that success. And it's interesting to talk to all of these groups because there is almost an order in which some folks might need to utilize them. There is the folks that I'm talking to that are about helping the homeless. But then there was another group that's we're about helping the folks before they get homeless so that it's not happening. And then you're a group that's we make sure that we help people that they already are in programs that they're going to be successful and they're at that step where they have the job interview. Let's make sure that they nail it because they've already got the career counseling to move to the next step. So really, we are laying out a path for success. And you could find that path by just paying attention to what's going on at the organizations all involved in the Arizona Christian Tax Credit Alliance that has just formed. These 7 great organizations that we're focusing on right now, and then talking to IBE to get your tax credit to one of, if not all of, these organizations, because you can spread the wealth when it comes to donating your tax credit. Let me ask you this. Why should people choose your organization to give some of that tax credit donation to, or just donate any of the money that they got? Because people can donate more than just their tax credit, of course.
Of course. Yes. And many of our donators would just maybe send us $10 a month.
That's amazing.
$50 a month, whatever. And that really helps with budgeting. We have to pay our rent and we have to pay our utilities, but we only have a part-time employee. Everyone else is volunteer. And so we did 5,700 volunteer hours last year.
Wow.
And we served 714 women.
Wow.
And the volunteers get as much out of it as the women.
And that's what all of us say, and I say it all the time.
Yes.
On Lifestyle Tucson, volunteering is the secret to feeling good about yourself. It's the secret to making friends as you get older. Go get involved. If you can't donate your money, donate your time. Volunteer, get out there in the world, get off the couch.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the volunteer programs that people can get involved in.
Well, we need lots of help in the blessing room. We call it the blessing room. People will come and drop off tons of clothes. And so we need to go through them. We go through and make sure they're the nicest things. If a button is missing or if there's a stain, then we pass them on to another charity.
Okay.
And so the clothes are still used and they're still valuable. But we put the nicest things out for our girls. Mm-hmm. And we also know what kind of clothes they like. Some of the younger girls still want to have the newest styles. And
the younger girls want Jenko pants again from the 90s. Oh, flares are back. But it's the guys wearing those. There's a lot of fun stuff when it comes to fashion.
Oh, yeah.
But that's really important that, yes, you want them to feel that. You can't be because if we're talking about feeling good,
yes,
you can't be dressed up in something that makes you feel bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, Ann Taylor may be really wonderful for a woman that's interested in the tailor.
Mm-hmm.
But we have all kinds of jeans and kind of things like that. We need people to do the one-to-one client, which is a really valuable thing.
Yeah.
They stay with that client for a whole hour. They help them put some outfits together. They check them out. And by the time they leave, they're kind of like friends.
That's always how it is. That's what everyone's telling me, and you can all hear it. It's about making friends.
Yes.
That's exactly right. Yeah. That's how you get involved. And it's just about believing that there's nice folks out there. Mm-hmm. A lot of us are stuck behind our monitors and our screens. And the negativity's in the comment section certainly is rampant. Go out in the world. Actually meet people. Because remember, a stranger's a friend that you don't know yet. And folks at organizations like this are people to become friends with, because they have that care for others. That means they'll have that care for you. And if you're out there caring for others with them, well, it looks like we're just got a big group of friends now, don't we?
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Tell me about some events that you might have coming up. Any big events or anything going on throughout the year that people can also donate, get involved with, or just looking to get out of the house, just help your organization out.
Well, our greatest thing has become our Thursday morning boutique sale.
Oh, go ahead.
And on Thursdays, we are open from 10 to 3 to the public.
Oh.
And they may come in and buy items for $10 or $5.
No
and we
kidding.
have a lot of items for $5. And we have a whole group that likes to come every Thursday, and they bring their friends, and that's another kind of a friend group. And that brings in a little extra for our utilities and the things that it's hard to get covered in a grant
Yes.
or, this kind of thing. So, yes, and they all laugh and have fun. And so we've turned those into maybe kind of one of our special events. We have a special on Valentine's Day. We had an open house, and they came in and bought things, and we had cookies. And so because we're a smaller organization, we can't really do the big fundraisers as well. So this has been working well for us.
That's phenomenal. So where are you located that they would go down to?
We're at 2925 North Country Club,
Okay.
middle of town, the old Jones Photo Building, if you've lived in Tucson very long.
Yes.
Yes. So we're renting the end of the old Jones Photo Building.
Okay. So
And
there you go.
Very, very central location. If you're on the east side or if you're on the north side, it's, or if you're at the university. So, yeah, and we're open, every day, and but only for clients except for the Thursdays.
Right.
Yes,
Absolutely. But
yes.
that's a really fun, smart way
Yes.
to just share the wealth of these fun things that you find that get donated to you and that you get to share with some of the community, but also to get some money back in the community without just, asking for it or having it be a need. We're just selling some of this cool stuff so that you can get involved and know that your dollar's going to help out a great organization 100% directly.
Right.
That's fantastic and a huge benefit to all these folks in Tucson. So we talked about some great events every Thursday, an opportunity for the public. So you can hear it there. There's a fun bunch of ways to get involved, and also go check out eagleswingsofgrace.org to find out all the information, plenty of contacts, lists of events, other things going on, and you can find out that address there again. 2925 North Country Club is right on there. Phone number is 520-906-9915 if you've got any questions or anything to go and learn about. But there's so many things happening here right on their website. Go learn more, donate to this great organization using that tax credit donation and or more than that, because you know what? They're worth it. Come on now. That's the spirit. Hang on, I got to do my closing. Let me get to it on the script.
It's been a busy day for you.
This is a record set. Because today, we made friends with April Ritchie, member of the board and longtime volunteer of Eagles Wings of Grace, clothed in compassion, helping women thrive with dignity, purpose, and hope. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You're very welcome, Frank. Thanks for having me.
This was Lifestyle Tucson.
Bing bong bing, time for a recap. I really enjoyed that conversation with April because you could hear how much I was really learning about this organization. And I've never had anyone like hers on here, and talking about how they are yet another stepping stone if you follow the paths of these 7 great organizations that we're talking about to success if you really do use them. So it was really fascinating and a pretty great conversation. I really enjoyed it, learned a lot, and I think a great resource for a lot of ladies in town. They are located at 2925 North Country Club. Phone number again is 520-906-9915. Open on Thursdays for the public to go check things out. Bring $5, bring $10. Lots of items for $5. I'm tempted to go because I drive past Jones Photo Building all the time. So eagleswingsofgrace.org is where you will find them online. They have a great website to learn more and find out all of the resources that you may need or someone you know may need. And don't forget to check out taxcreditatz.org, because that's what we're here talking about donating your charitable Arizona tax credit. It is a big, big deal to make sure that money goes to the right place and the place that you want it to go. And I really also enjoyed how I got a little aggressively friendly about the volunteering again. Sorry about the guilt trip. I tend to take you on one from time to time, but I just want you to volunteer. If you can't donate your money, donate your time. We all get an Arizona tax credit, so let's make sure that goes to the right place. I want to thank our new friends at Eagles Wings of Grace for joining me today. You've been listening to Lifestyle Tucson. If you're a nonprofit that would like to be on the show, email lifestyletucson@gmail.com. For more information about this program or to listen to something you may have missed, go to the Sunday Mornings page on klpx.com, kfma.com, mixfm.com, or espntucson.com. You can also subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and Audible, or wherever fine podcasts are graceful. Follow on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Lifestyle Tucson, because I'm your BFF, your best Frank forever, Frank Powers. Toot toot Tucson. I love you the most.